Hello everyone. Thanks for your time, in watching this video. For this music box being offered. This one is it's a little different. It was altered. I think originally this box was intended purpose was to be a humidor. I think I can't be sure about that, but yeah. I mean it's kind of looks like a humidor, I guess. You put cigars there or matches there or whatever. A cigar cutter. Anyway, I wanted to shoot this video so you can get an audible example of the movement mounted inside the box. It's very important for people to understand exactly how the music plays and how it sounds. So there's no surprises to the winning bidder. Just trying to be as informative as I can, so you know exactly what you're considering purchasing. So anyway, in a minute I'll show you some handwriting on the bottom, not done by me, but a previous repairman and the gentleman who actually mounted the musical movement in the box at a later time. The box itself, I mean, the previous guy is of the opinion that it was 1880s, the box itself, which I don't deny, but that could be, a broad opinion. I mean, this box could have been 1880s, 90s, early 1900s. I would think no later than 1920s. So, in that range, he's not far off, 1880s to, 1920, let's call it. Anyway, like I said, I think its original intended purpose is a humidor. It's actually a beautiful box. It's gorgeous. It's just got burlwood veneer, smothered all over it. I think it's, and I may be wrong, but bird's eye maple burl veneer over most of the box. And pretty nice shape. It looks like it's got some red trim around the lid. Some of it is fading or is gone, but not too distracting. I mean, it's there. It's these are the kind of things you would expect on a piece this old. All the way around, it's just got, all that beautiful burl veneer. And on the lid, it's got not only the burl veneer, the bird's eye maple, what I believe it to be. Also has some string inlay, and I'm pretty sure this is walnut burl veneer, and it is a gorgeous piece, as you can see. And of course, you often see, some sort of inlay work of musical instruments, on music boxes or humidors or jewelry boxes made in Germany or Switzerland, and that's where I believe this one originated from. Let's turn it around. Oh, the lid, it's got a little, couple of flaws right here and there. It's something you would expect to see. For me, it's not too distracting. Some people require perfection. I don't, and there's nothing wrong with that, requiring perfection, of course, to each their own. The back, like these sides and the front, are the same, and actually beautiful veneer for the rear of a box. Usually they'd put the less desirable pieces in the rear. Let's take a look at the bottom. This box, it once had a key, which I do not have a key. I don't think it would be difficult to locate one, so I wasn't able to test the locking mechanism, but they're pretty simple. I wouldn't expect it not to work. There's no reason to indicate or anything visual to say that it won't work. I just don't have a key to test it, that's all. No big deal. Okay, on the bottom of the box, you can see the repairman's work, the mounting screws for both the cover of the movement and the movement itself, which happens to be a Reuge 3-melody 72-note movement. There's two tune sheets on this thing. A later one, a vintage tune sheet listing Clair de Lune, and also, a little bit older of a tune sheet mounted on the inside, which I'll show you in a second. The gentleman who installed the movement, let's see, brass screws hold glass frame in place. Silver screws hold music unit in place. That's what that says. Over here, and he expressed his opinions, box made circa 1880, which he may be right, but I would I would put a broader range on that, you know. I wouldn't be as specific as 1880. I would 1880 to 1920, you know, somewhere in there. He also wrote unit installed new in 1969, and that I'm very confident that is the case, because the movement itself is, you know, the design and characteristics of it are similar to that period, to, you know, 1969, 1970. The movement plays and sounds very well. Here's the vintage tune sheets, you know, listing the tunes which match what the movement plays. So the reason for both tune sheets, I'm not sure, but there's one thing I do want to bring to your attention, and that is the endless arbor. You know, feeding the endless, the gear, it's plastic. You know, and I've seen this before. I do not have a lot of confidence, obviously, in a plastic gear on a mechanism like this. You know, plastic is plastic, right? You know, steel is steel, or brass is brass. They all have different strength factors, but if I were going to keep this box, I would replace the governor entirely. And you could find these governors, I'm guessing anywhere from 30 to 60 bucks. You know, I would replace it with a newer governor with a steel gear. I don't know if you could make that out, but it's a plastic gear there. Okay, I'm gonna play it here, and I do hear some noise, you know, some subtle noise coming from that governor assembly. It's in the past I've ran across those plastic gears where you hear a repetitive like click, you know, very repetitive, and that usually indicates a crack in that plastic gear. However, on this one, the noise I'm hearing is kind of all over the place. So, you know, maybe just a slight adjustment, you know, maybe back it off away from the cylinder wheel, you know, maybe that noise will go away, or perhaps just the service. I have not even serviced this movement, so, you know, maybe just a good cleaning and some fresh lubrication might cure that issue as well. But you know, it is what it is. It's a beautiful box. I think it was originally a humidor, but has been converted to a music box. You can put anything you want in there, I guess. But you know, it's a gorgeous piece, nice piece. Let's hear it play.